Liverpool
Yeah.
going to Galatasaray. Good that we are going at the back of this FA Cup like win.
Yes.
And I think two good things is Weirds is back,
Yeah.
Frimpong is back. So squad is a bit more stronger this time. I expect Liverpool to put out a good performance, like a 2-0 kind of a victory. But then you never know. If we have to bring in aura defending, if we have to bring in Dutch vibes on both our left wing and on our center back, those could be like areas that thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, I would expect like a 2-0 Liverpool cruising through. Hopefully, yeah. That's my
Yeah.
prediction.
I don't think I'm that worried about Galatasaray so much because like second leg is at Liverpool. Whatever happens is like unless they have some wild ass game where they have like 3-1 or like the 2-0 win against Liverpool at home. I don't see any way they beat Liverpool over two legs. So
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Yeah. So we can move on then. Chelsea.
yeah, PSG lost to Monaco over the weekend. Chelsea also had a tough game, like playing 120 minutes for against Wrexham, like right now, but they also didn't play much of their starting 11. Only like the bigger players like Joao Pedro, so they only came in like after like
Yeah,
70
yeah.
minutes or something like that. Yeah, but they played 120 minutes, so it's still a little bit on their legs. But I fully expect PSG to have at least an easy game at home, and then we can see what happens, like
So
at
Dembele
Stamford
is
Bridge.
out though, but outside of Dembele, they have the whole squad.
Yeah, if they make it to quarters, I think PSG will be a much more difficult team from there onwards because they'll have like a little bit of a boost from Dembele being on the pitch, right? So yeah, I don't expect Chelsea being that big a hurdle, but Chelsea played PSG and they outsmarted them already
In the
in that World Cup thing. But I don't know. I cannot call this yet because of the way the PSG form currently is in.
yeah, yeah.
Chelsea being like, okay, they look much better against Villa. Out of nowhere, Joe Pedro gets a hat trick and all that stuff. So it is the wildest feature, at least for
Dude,
now, for me.
it's
Yeah.
Chelsea for me. Like I don't know, man. Like it's for I will say it right now. I feel Rosineri. Is that how you say his
Because,
name?
yeah,
Amarim 2.0. I do not see anything else other than an like Amarim 2.0. This is probably the most fastest or luckiest a manager has ever been to be elevated to a club like Chelsea. And I think Chelsea have done it twice. Once with Frank Lampard, and I think even with like Andres Villas-Boas, if I'm not wrong,
yeah.
and now with him as well. Like, what is wrong with this club? Like, do they expect these managers to just come to like a top league like a Premier League and cruise through? What has Rossoneri done before Chelsea?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
it's
what was his credential?
nothing. Like,
What did he play?
he's,
What did he
yeah.
do? It's almost like this crazy as what you call like internal transfer in a corporate business. Hey, the
Yes.
CEO got was fired, so can you like drop off from there? We'll transfer you. That's not football. That's not how football works. Like it's not corporate Todd Bowley for like fucking out loud. Like it's not corporate. But I don't know how Chelsea end up like doing this and they think they can just bring in like they may
No, but
have like decent run of games, one here, one there,
yes.
etc. But I don't see in long term this guy coming and doing anything because he hasn't proven anything, right? Like he hasn't even won anything in the past. He hasn't managed like egos in the dressing room. What did he do to get the mantle of like Chelsea coach?
The funny part is they played against Wrexham today. They started pretty much all the reserves. The starting lineup that they put out against Wrexham was worth $330 million. Can you believe it? How horrible is your recruitment to have $330 million reserve team that
They
looks
are
that bad? They were almost losing to Wrexham, by the way, who
they're
are
not
probably going to get
yeah.
to playoffs for in the championship. Yeah,
For me, they are not running a football club. They are running an American corporation
corporation.
of
Yeah,
a P&L. Like
yeah.
this is how you run a P&L where you use players as your products and you buy and sell for profit and loss and you manage your P&L playbook. It's ridiculous that Chelsea has come on to this, but I
Yeah, it
guess yeah.
is. Even their fixtures, right? So West Ham they won, Arsenal they lost, Wolves they won, Leeds they drew, Hull City they won, and then Burnley they drew. I think after
It's
that also they
2.0,
had like a
man.
couple of games.
I feel this
Yes.
guy is Amarim 2.0. They will go into the transfer season again. They will give him some 200, 300. I can see by like December or something, this will turn out to be like another sack immediately.
No, the only reason why I'm slightly optimistic about Chelsea is because of the way they played against Arsenal. Arsenal won the game, but Chelsea were the only team who were actually trying to play the game there anyway. And Aston
Hey,
Villa,
don't tell this to Arsenal fans, please. But yeah, let's keep going.
and then
Let's
Aston
keep going.
Villa
Okay.
like
No,
ended
no.
up with like a 4-1 loss against Chelsea as well. So I have a feeling that they're going to turn up against PSG and they're going to have a good game because the sooner the PSG gets eliminated, the better it is because they're going to keep piling up that momentum as they go through the season, and it's detrimental for anybody.
Real Madrid, Man City.
That's the juiciest fixture at this point.
For me, Newcastle, Barcelona is also
But
juicy
yeah,
because
yeah. I mean,
I cannot predict it at this point.
is there. And to be honest, like last week, I was more confident than this time, but we lost both the fullbacks in one game, and they're not coming back until mid-April-ish. So
Let's talk
yeah,
quickly Real Madrid, Man City, like in terms of the squad.
no, this is City advantage. It should be City like sweeping the game as much as possible. It should be that. There is no other way. So
But it's at
if
Bernabeu,
you,
yeah.
it does not matter, man. So if you see them play against Getafe, and
Yeah, yeah.
you would think that okay, what the fuck is this team doing? And they have no tactics whatsoever. There is zero tactics that's played on the pitch. Just send the ball to Vinny and then pray that he does something and it happens. That's all. Yeah. City on the other hand, they're like over tactical, and even today they could have had like a 6 goal
Goal.
difference or something like that. They keep trying to be too intricate, too unselfish, and like walk the ball into the goal or something like that. There are so many opportunities where they could put just shoot it, but they wouldn't. Like anyway, if they waste their chances like what they did today, City will have that issue with Vinny being like this crazy guy who's going to put a golazo behind them. And but I fully expect City to be
Yeah.
happily walking over.
Couple
Yeah.
of yeah. So one other thing to also say is like the City, as I'm seeing the squads on the right hand side, it's like Nunes. Like I think for pace he may match, but not crazy on defensive abilities. But then you also have Diaz, Gehi, and Donnarumma. That guy is one another beast of a player.
It might come down to that. Like Courtois and Donnarumma making ridiculous saves
Yeah,
as they always
they
do
will most
because
likely
Courtois,
decide the tie, in my
yeah, yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
Courtois is so good, man. Like it's
You don't have
unfair
to tell
how
me,
good he
dude.
is.
You don't have
Yeah.
to tell me about Courtois. I know how good Courtois is.
Yeah.
Fucker, like
Yeah.
single handedly lost us the Champions League.
Then there is, I think there's the after that there's only one interesting feature, that's Newcastle versus Barca. I hope we just don't lose at St James Park. That's all I want
Mm.
because we are not rested one bit. We played that crazy Atletico game where the team gave everything. I'm kind of
Yeah,
glad
but
that it didn't go to the 4-4 and actually go on to the extra time and all that shit because people
you
were
would have lost
gassed
three
out.
more players. You would have
Yes, no
lost three
doubt.
more players.
No doubt. Pedri was tired, Bernal was tired, Rafinha was tired. So they got some rest today. Thank you, Lamine Yamal, for that golazo today. Otherwise, it would have been like even worse in terms of our morale. We played a bad game, and it's just a weird game where nothing was clicking. And the minute Pedri comes onto the pitch, halftime, things change. Even then, we had to hang on like a little bit. But
Is
I,
Rashford back?
yeah, Rashford is back. Attack is okay. It's just that like our defense
Midfield?
is already weaker defense. Now it's even further weaker. Like there is no fast defender for us anymore.
I think for Newcastle, I feel they will also miss Guimaraes, who's been important for them, but then he's been out for a long time, right? So it's not like it's a sudden miss. So the team has been playing. For me, Newcastle, I don't know who'll show up, dude. Like there are times when it's a good Newcastle team that shows up that is wanting to play, that's wanting to like stitch passes together. Sometimes it's this ridiculous like thug style Newcastle that shows up where Joelinton Tonali go ahead like bashing people up or so bullying people up, etc. Right? So I don't know what brand of team will show up that day, but given that they said their home, there Gordon isn't there.
Yeah, Gordon is there. Like he's rested today. He was rested
Okay,
today
no,
and
no, no.
he'll be there.
I was seeing the predicted lineup at Footmob, and they did not have Gordon starting, which was crazy.
No, that's ridiculous. He'll start. He's probably the one who's going to get the goals as well. So he's super fast. Our defense is too slow. So there's going to be a lot of chances for them, like easy chances for them. So if they
Call it,
can convert, it'll be easier. Yeah.
call it. What do you think will happen at St James Park?
I think we won't lose. I have a feeling that it's going to be a draw because our attack is pretty good. So we will drag the team's defense over the line, at least for now. And then Camp Nou is pretty good for us. Like, we haven't lost a single game since we since we came to Camp Nou. So it's excellent for us. So we hope to not lose the game there. I'm sure that we can close it out.
1-1,
Like,
0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3,
1-1, 1-1.
1-1. Right?
Then at home, probably 2-0 or 3-0.
I somehow have a feeling, just my feeling, that Newcastle may take a lead,
Upset.
at least a 1-goal lead, I feel. I don't know whether
Mm.
it's like 2-1 or 1-0. More in the sense that I feel a lot has changed for you, and then now you are moving to facing a Premier League team, right? Which is a different ball game all together, and Newcastle being at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least I feel they may may sneak a 1-goal advantage tomorrow.
Yeah, it is a difficult game, no doubt. And it's style wise, it's the perfect antidote for us. So they don't play the game in the midfield. They're
Yeah,
there only directly just pushing the ball through and just run as fast as possible. That's exactly what we don't want to deal with.
yeah, yeah.
And that's why this
The
game is
high
going to be
line.
like a little bit more end to end. The more Pedri controls the game in the midfield, the easier it is going to get for us. And we should make that pressure count in the beginning and score 1 or 2 goals to kill the tie. So that's the only way at this point. Yeah. I don't see it being an easy game whatsoever.